Your water. All right, so this is lesson 11, proving and evaluating congruent triangles. Actually, if you don't mind renaming this is really finding the missing angle. Okay, so for 5 days we've been finding sides of triangles. Now today and Monday it's all about angles, finding the missing angle. Can you write that on the top of your paper, please? Finding the missing angle. So you go over this to Thursday, and that's where you pick up your notes. And your backpack, you need to put it up on the wall. Can I get all backpacks placed correctly where they belong? You can put them in that front table, please.
What? Where's your backpack?
Tomas, you're being recorded. This is live, by the way. Your names are coming out. So put them in the corner, please. So you can just put it right there on the wall, or you can look. Okay. So does everybody have a sheet in front of them? Okay. So the triangles below are rotated about point C. In addition to the diagram, it says which two choices could be the third piece of information needed to prove triangle ABC is congruent to EDC. Okay? Now, specifically, they want AAS. So, what I've asked you to do when you see this type of problem is write down what they're asking for. Okay? I just heard you. I just recorded you. So, angle, I won't say your name. Angle, S. How's that? Now, go to your diagram, and they're looking for the third piece. Not the second piece, the third piece. This is your first piece, and what do you call this piece of information? It's called a side. Okay? This is a side. So we can cross off that we have one side. What's your second piece of information? The angle. Okay, so we're going to draw as thick as I can here so you can see it in the back. In green, this you have permission to add that. Why? What kind of angles are these? Vertical angles. And vertical angles are what? Congruent. Okay? And this is your second piece of information. Second piece. So if you remember, we gave you a quiz, and most of you got 100 if that's what they were asking for, second piece. They weren't asking for second piece, they were asking for the third. And most of you gave the second piece. So we're correcting it by giving you another example, and then we'll retest, okay? So far I got my first piece, I got my second piece. They're asking for one more thing. I need an angle. Which angle? E or D for this triangle?
E.
It could be whichever one. There you go. Because we need angle, angle, side. Angle, angle, side. So you could pick this one. And watch. Angle, angle, side. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
So let's go look for the answer here. What do we call this angle that has E in the middle? Do you see any angles here with E in the middle? B. So if you don't know how to read angles, at least use my little clue. E is always in the middle of the naming of the angle. So B would be one answer, but let's check. Is CED this guy? He sure is. Now, let's go to the other side. They're saying CAB is its matching side. Okay? And that is correct. Now, I'm going to circle these in purple, and we're going to use a different color, red. And let's find the other angle. So Francis was right. This one I'm going to put three angles. Okay? That's circle D and B. So I'm going to go look now. Do I look at A? Does A work?
No.
No. Porque es segment, ¿verdad? So solamente estos tres van a trabajar. So which one has B or D in the center?
D.
Only one. Notice C does not have B or D in the center there. Okay, it's right here, B and D. Okay, so if you really are getting lost with those three letters and don't feel bad, there's probably another 20 of you in my other classes that don't know how to write letters, okay, or angles. Watch this video. Okay, I've already, by the way, loaded day 9 and 10 videos onto Teams, okay? So watch them over the weekend if you are lost. Okay, any questions? Number 2. Armando claimed that all equilateral triangles, okay, are congruent by angle, angle, angle. Yes or no?
No.
Okay, and what example are you going to put to prove that it's not true? And what's special about the two triangles?
They're equal.
What's equal?
The
The angles. And how much are they? They're the 60, 60, 60. What kind of triangle is that? Equilateral. So I could put 10, 10, 10. They're all the same side. The angle doesn't make it equilateral. It's the sides. They're all the same side. So if you have forgotten from the first week of school that we started this chapter, that's an equilateral triangle. All sides, they have the definition right here. All sides are equal. Okay? Now we go over here, and I'm going to put 5, 5, 5, but are the degrees the same? Yes. Okay? So this is great review for your final, even though it is going to be on your next exam, which I've announced already. It's going to be next Thursday. Okay? Now, one thing I want to be very careful with you guys and girls. Some students will look at this picture and say that they're congruent. They'll look at this and say, Ms. Diaz, this triangle is congruent to this triangle. Why are they wrong? Because they don't have the same sides. Okay? See the 10 and the 5? That is not equal. Okay? So these are not congruent triangles. Okay? That's why Armando was wrong when he said all equilateral triangles are congruent by angle, angle, angle. No way. Okay? All right. Now let's go to Gloria. Gloria claimed that all equilateral triangles are congruent by side, side, side. Okay, is she correct?
No. Yes.
No.
No.
And why is it no?
Nah.
Tell me why it's a no. That's the only way two triangles can be congruent, guys. Okay, the sides have to be exactly the same. Okay? So they can only be congruent by side. This one's a yes. Okay? Everybody got that? I'm going to turn the page. Now, if you notice, problem 1, 2, and 3 is just review. You okay, Francis? This is just review. Okay, so don't feel bad that you forgot it all. Okay, but you're going to need it for your lesson today, okay? So let's begin. So number 4. All right.
What was your phone number?
No, we're starting with number 4. I know we attacked it yesterday in your class, but let's just go through it because this is going to be on your quiz. I want to make sure you got it, okay? So a painter is creating a mural with this template. There's 2 triangles. The painter wants to know if the 2 triangles are congruent or not. So what is your answer going to be for this painter?
Yes.
And why? SAS. Very good. We have these vertical angles. Please color them in or draw them in. And this is side, angle, side. So we're going to put a big yes for this painter, and we're going to call it SAS. Okay? You okay, Dinah? You're not? Feel sick? Okay. Sorry. All right. Okay? Now, angle BAC. They want to know. I'm going to draw it in here. BAC. Is it congruent to DEC?
Yes.
Okay? So I'm going to draw DEC right there. Now, why are they congruent? CP, CTC. Okay, so once you prove that these two triangles are congruent, all the other parts are congruent. So let's go back to when I'm teaching you that A is this guy, E is this guy. So I circled them. Who else is congruent on this triangle now? B and D. Okay? All right. So if angle BAC is 8x minus 19 and DEC is 4x plus 9, can you find x now? We know they're equal. You just told me. So we're going to say 8x minus 19 equals 4x plus 9. Who would you like me to subtract first? 4. Subtract the 4x. That's what I would have done. Very smart. And you're left over with 4x minus 19 equals what? 9. Now, it's kind of squished in there, so if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to go and move it over here. Who am I going to add or subtract next? We're going to add 19 to both sides. Okay, that goes to 0. And
28.
what do you get?
28.
I'm going to call on someone who's asleep back there. Mr. Jorge Salas, what do I do next? What's 19 plus 9?
28.
28. Okay, Jorge, what do I do next?
Divide by 4.
Okay, and we get 7. So x equals 7. Thank you very much, Jorge. And now we can go in and answer. Now, I've had probably about 20 students in your previous classes get stuck right here. They want to know what the measure of BAC, and they just say, Ms. Diaz, there's not enough information on my triangle. Okay, where can they find out where BAC is at? Part C. Does everybody see where BAC is? Okay. So for some reason they lost track of that. Maybe because it says the word angle. I'm not sure. So BAC is equal to 8x minus 19. What do I do now? Put the x equals 7 in there. So it's 8 times 7 minus 19. 56 minus 19, which should be 37 degrees. Okay? Okay? I'll give you a few minutes to copy that so we can move on to the last part. Okay, this is going to require a little visual. So if you don't mind, I'm going to redraw the triangle. This is B, this is AC. Can you do that for me, please? And where I'm copying it from is right up here. So redraw this because mine is pretty messy. I don't know about yours.
It's beautiful.
Got it? Did you draw your triangle? I'm waiting for you. Yeah. Okay. So, what did we learn from part D? What BAC is? Well, where's BAC? It's right here. So can you draw in 37 degrees? Okay. Now, do we know anything else inside this diagram? Because I have to have 2. Right? I have to have 2. So where's the other, I was going to say temperature because it says degree. Where's the other degree? BCA. Okay? Now you have to know where that's at, don't you? Where is it? C. Thank you. That's 55 degrees. How am I going to find out what CBA is? How am I going to find him out?
Add them together and subtract them out of
Perfect. Add them together. You get 92 degrees. Am I done? What do I do next? Yeah, subtract from 180. 88 degrees. Very good. Okay, so CBA is equal to 88 degrees. I'll put a box around it so my teacher can find it. Then finally, what is the measurement of angle EDC? EDC is over here. It's D. You just told me that this one was 88 degrees. Okay, so what is this one? 88 degrees. They're congruent. Okay? Any questions?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to walk around while you guys finish 5, please. I'm going to leave that up. I'm going to freeze it for you. You guys work on number 5.